It is with great excitement and immense pride that we gather here today to celebrate the groundbreaking of what promises to be a transformative addition to our cherished community, and more specifically, our historic district, the Legacy Hotel of Medina. I am Kimberly Marshall. I'm the Economic Development Director for the City of Medina, and I've been with the city for a little over 13 years. And since then, since I've started, I have dreamed about, thought about, talked about this project from the very beginning. This moment marks more than just the beginning of a new building. It represents the vision and dedication of many who have worked tirelessly to bring this project to life. It signifies the blending of tradition and innovation, the seamless integration of our town's rich heritage with a promising future. Medina is known for its warmth, its charm, and its vibrant spirit. As we look forward to this hotel's opening, we envision it not just as a place for visitors to stay, but as a hub where stories are shared, connections are made, and experiences are cherished. This hotel will become an integral part of our downtown, enhancing our local economy, supporting our businesses, and offering a new gateway for people from near and far to discover the unique charm of Medina. A project of this scale is no small feat, and its success is due to the hard work and dedication of many individuals and organizations. I extend my heartfelt thanks to Jason Stevenson, Jim Gersbacher, Roman Page, and their entire team, all who have invested their time, their resources, and expertise into making this vision a reality. Your commitment to excellence and community is truly commendable, and I will be forever grateful. As we break ground today, let us celebrate not just the start of construction, but the promise of new opportunities and continued growth of our beloved Medina. Here's to the future we are building together, one that is creating a legacy for our community. Thank you, and let's look forward to this exciting journey together. We have several elected officials with us today, and I'm going to introduce them one by one, and they're going to come up. They have brief comments. But before I get to that, I'd like to invite George Sam, our Main Street Medina Director, and Amy Busby, who's one of our Main Street board members, to share a welcome gift from the Main Street Economic Vitality Committee. So George and Amy, if Jason, if you could come over. Did you want to say something, George?
So Jason and partners, on behalf of Main Street Medina, the Board of Directors, our volunteers and members, we welcome you to the Historic District, and we're very excited about your project happening here. And please let us know if you need anything from us. Here's a little welcome gift. We're happy to have you here. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Is it all for me?
It's all for you.
Thank you very much.
I also want to just mention that the groundbreaking event and all of our ribbon cuttings, today's ribbon cutting day, is a collaboration with the Medina Chamber of Commerce and Main Street Medina. And we have the Medina Chamber of Commerce Executive Director, Jacqueline Ringsmeyer. She's somewhere here. Jacqueline, where are you? There she is in the middle back there. We have her to thank for this beautiful weather too as well. So chamber weather, right? And then also Main Street Medina is another one of our organizations that the city partners with for business expansion, retention, and growth, as well as Medina County Economic Development Corporation. We also have Bethany Dentler, which we'll hear from her in a few minutes. So at this time, I'd like to introduce the leader of our city, a man that I have the privilege and honor of working with every day to make Medina's economy grow and prosper. So ladies and gentlemen, our mayor, Dennis Hanwell.
Thank you, Kimberly. It's my honor to be here, and I thank so many of you for being here as well for this exciting event. I have a proclamation from the city, but first I'd like to introduce, we have two of our council members here, Natalie DeSalvo and Jess Hazeltine. If you could raise your hands for everybody. Thank you. As well as some of my administrative staff, in addition to Kimberly and I, Police Chief Ed Kinney, Fire Chief Larry Walters, Barbara DeZur, who is in charge of marketing for the city, Dan Gladish is our Chief Building Official, and then from Medina TV to capture this and provide it to Jason and his team are both Jared and Miles. And it really takes a team approach, and the council and the administration working together to make projects like this, large projects, happen. And I'm going to give you a little preview of the state of the city that's going to happen in about 6 weeks here. This hotel is a game changer for the city of Medina, a game changer. And the reason for that is we have between 300 and 350 weddings a year on this square. But those people either come for the pictures or come for the ceremony and then leave because there's nowhere to stay. This will fix that. We have industry that brings visitors in every week and don't have a hotel in the city to stay. And everybody that comes to visit those industries are saying they would love to go to the restaurants on the square, go to the events on the square, but they don't have a hotel to stay in. And it just makes it difficult. And then the third thing I'll mention, I know Mark and Dana Claus are here, and you can see Castle Noel right behind me. They've arranged for buses to come here, bus full of people, but they can only come for one day. And Mark tells me when he goes to those bus conventions, the first thing they ask him is there a hotel in town? Because they'd rather come and spend 2 or 3 days. And that's what we'd rather too. To capture people for 2 or 3 days, to help the local economy, help our local businesses, and help the city continue to thrive. And I thank Jason and his team for all the work that they've put in to bring this to reality. So, Jason, if you want to join me, please. This is a City of Medina proclamation in recognition of the groundbreaking of the Legacy Hotel. Whereas the Legacy Hotel is celebrating its groundbreaking in Medina today, whereas this 5-story boutique hotel will feature 77 exquisite guest rooms and suites. Guests will enjoy a premier event venue, versatile indoor and outdoor meeting spaces, and 3 distinctive food and beverage outlets. And whereas this hotel will contribute to the local quality of life and help to provide a foundation for a strong, diversified economic base in the city of Medina. Now, therefore, the City of Medina is honored to officially welcome the Legacy Hotel to Medina and grateful that they have chosen to build their hotel here. We look forward to the many great things they will accomplish in the future, and on behalf of the Medina City Council and the City of Medina, I, Dennis Hanwell, Mayor of the city, do hereby recognize the Legacy Hotel on its groundbreaking and offer our sincere best wishes for many years of success.
I really appreciate it. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it.
They will. I'll just stay here for 1 second, okay? And then also, before I step down, the Secretary of State or their representative were not able to attend today, but they did send a letter of recognition and gratitude. And on behalf of Secretary of State Frank LaRose, sir, I present you this. Okay, God bless you. Thank you.
City of Medina works closely with our county partners, so it is my honor to introduce Medina County Commissioner Stephen Hambley.
Thank you, Kimberly. That's a long walk when there's nothing going on, isn't it? It's like a pause in a TV show. What are we going to do for 2 seconds? Thank you very much. It is indeed a privilege. It's an honor on behalf of the Board of County Commissioners to be part of this ceremony and part of this recognition. With me today, I have Aaron Harrison and Colleen Swedick, my colleagues on the Board of Commissioners. And we know throughout this project, the county agencies have been involved in organizations where we're either the appointing authority or a taxing authority or somehow involved with it. We've been very supportive of this project. You know, there's a saying that success has many parents. Failure is an orphan. Well, if you look at all these hats, you look at all the people here that are part of this, it's got a lot of parents. This is success. And indeed, it's about the families. We not only have parents, we have grandparents. We got uncles, aunts, cousins, nieces, nephews, children, siblings, a lot of people to credit for the success. Indeed, we have, of course, we can say a grandfather. We have other fathers that are involved with this that are part behind this. So indeed, I think that says something about Medina County. We're family. Medina is a family. And this is a family enterprise. And if you read your bio and you look at the press release, the focus was so much appropriately on the family and the legacy and the continuation of those family values. So that when the investments are made here, that it's our children and grandchildren and those of others throughout the community are going to benefit from this, no doubt in my mind. You know, the Latin word comes for legacy means legare, which is to appoint by a last will or as an ambassador. When it's used as a noun, it means ambassador or envoy. So indeed, this is quite appropriate. This is, to the next generations, this is what we present, the best of Medina. The best our families can produce, and the best attribute you can think about Medina when we're out there and we're talking about the great quality of our lifestyle, our community, our economy, and so forth. This is, as the mayor appropriately says, this is a game changer. This is a historic mark. And on behalf of the Board of County Commissioners, congratulations to you, and congratulations to all the family members that we know that are all part of this success. Thank you.
So as I mentioned, these projects take many people to put it together, and we work closely with, like I said, the county. And I'd like to introduce my colleague, Bethany Dentler. She's the Medina County Executive Director for the Medina County Economic Development Corporation, and also wears another hat as the administrator of the Medina County Port Authority, which was also involved in this project. So, Bethany?
Thank you, Kimberly. Economic developers truly enjoy these ribbon cutting ceremonies because it allows us to join in publicly celebrating the tremendous amount of work that goes on behind the scenes, sometimes for years. The Legacy Hotel in Medina is one of the most important community and economic development projects that we've been working on in the county level in the past couple of years, both for the Medina County Port Authority and the Medina County Economic Development Corporation. Having conducted business visits with the City of Medina's Economic Development Director for over a decade, I can absolutely confirm the strong level of interest in this new hotel from city businesses as well as other regional organizations, and we're thrilled to see this project come to fruition with so much support. The Medina County Port Authority is supporting the hotel with an incentive that will save hundreds of thousands of dollars during the construction phase. And more importantly, this project was considered our top county priority during the most recent round of state building demolition grants. And the Port Authority awarded the full $1 million allocation of set-aside money for each county for those funds for the demolition of the building you see behind us for this Legacy Hotel project. As Kimberly mentioned, projects like this do not happen without strong collaborators, and we're grateful for the large group of county officials and city officials who work together to support this project with design approvals, financing, and other incentives. And to the entire hotel development team, I want to express our deepest appreciation for making such a substantial investment in Medina County. We're proud to have you here, and we thank each one of you for your vision and leadership to make this long-awaited project a reality.
Thank you, Bethany. It is now my honor to introduce State Representative Sharon Ray, representing Ohio House District 66.
I'm just so excited. Look around you. I think this is the most people I've ever seen at a groundbreaking here. And I think that speaks to the excitement surrounding this project. I'd like to echo what Mayor Hanwell said. I think this is the piece we didn't know was missing. This project is good for the state of Ohio. It's good for the district. It's good for Medina County. And there's so many of you that have worked so hard to make Medina Square a destination. I mean, so much so in the Christmas season that isn't it Hallmark's #1 town to visit during the Christmas holiday? Now these people can stay a couple days and shop and spend money at the restaurants and visit Castle Noel. And I think it's long overdue. I think it's very exciting, and I wish everyone the best of luck as you move forward with this project. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative. Bethany, I think we forgot to also mention our involvement with the Medina County Convention and Visitor Bureau, so it's another hat that we share. Okay, is Katie Simo here? Okay, I'd like to next introduce Katie Simo, who's the Northeast Ohio Regional Liaison for Ohio Auditor Keith Faber.
Hello, everyone. I am happy to be here on behalf of Auditor State Keith Faber. I know that the community has been wanting this project for so long, as well as how many people have been working on this tirelessly to get this project up and going. And so I'm happy to be here, see it come to fruition, and excited to see a hotel come to the Medina Square. So I just want to say congratulations, and happy to be here to help celebrate. Thank you so much.
Okay, next I'd like to introduce Ray Paletta. Ray is the District Director for United States Congressman Max Miller.
Hello, everybody. On behalf of Congressman Miller, I am honored to be here for this exciting event, and we look forward to watching this project take shape, and I'm excited for this next step on Medina's historic square. So congratulations to everybody involved. Thank you for your commitment to Medina.
Thank you, Ray. Additionally, at the federal level, it is my pleasure to introduce J.T. Huffer Cole, who is the regional representative for United States Senator Sherrod Brown. J.T.
Good morning, Medina. This is such a fun day, exciting day. We talked about this project in the first meeting that I had with Kimberly and the mayor, so we're very excited to be here. Unfortunately, Senator Brown could not be here today, but he wanted to make sure that we had a proclamation to mark this day. It's a big day for Medina. We're very excited about it, and please let us know if there's anything along the way that you need help with, cutting through red tape. We want to be there. Senator Brown wants to be there. So congratulations, and I can't wait to come back for the next one.
Okay, at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Jason Stevenson. It's my pleasure to introduce him as the developer of this exciting project. Jason.
I really appreciate it. Just want to make sure I have the names. Got it. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here. I'm kind of overwhelmed, frankly. I'm really grateful for. All right, they tell me you can't hear me, which is a first. So, you heard that. See. Anyway, I'm a little overwhelmed, and frankly, I mean, extremely grateful for all the support. You know, the elected officials and folks from community development and Kimberly and Bethany and this entire team from the city and from economic development and from a number of organizations that have supported this and made it possible, frankly. You know, Steve was eloquent talking about this, you know, success having a family essentially, and I couldn't in the next hour list all the names of folks that have had kind of an indelible, indispensable effect on this being possible. You know, a building like this and a center like this in a place like this is not an easy task, and you know, it would not be possible were it not for several years of blood, sweat, and tears from a gentleman who couldn't make it today, unfortunately, Jim Gershbacher, who's been referenced a few times. I mean, really was the visionary for this, and I was grateful for the opportunity about a year ago to take the project and ensure that it got ultimately done for all of us to see and enjoy and participate in. And you know, when he came to me and we had an opportunity to talk about the project, I was underinformed about it. I didn't really know as much about the demand or as much about you know, the potential, and he was passionate about it, and he really got my blood going. And for anybody who doesn't know, you know, my family's been in this community for plus or minus 150 years. We've come up through the systems here. We go to schools here. We have businesses here. My grandparents at one time owned the buildings we're knocking down. Sorry about that. On the one hand, I'm disappointed my grandfather's not here to see this, but on the other hand, I'm kind of glad that he didn't see what I'm doing to his building. In any case, you know, this for me is more than an investment. It's more than a hotel. It's more than a couple of restaurants. It is, of course, all of those things. But when I started to discuss the project with folks, my family and friends and other people around town, I kept saying this is going to be a legacy. You know, it's really going to. It's not just for me. It's for all the founders, the folks that have invested in it, the community itself, people who live here. You know, this is going to be a place where you go to do things, right? The restaurant we're going to have is going to be a wonderful restaurant, and the kind of place you go when you have a special occasion and you want to celebrate it. The event center is going to be a place people get married. You know, it's going to be a place you never forget. People, not just from out of town who will sleep here, but the rest of us, all of us who are through this square 1,000 times a year. You know, this is a place to stop and be, a place to really have unique and special experiences. And it'll outlast me. I mean, look around at the buildings and the other things in this community that was pretty good, that that have been here a lot longer than I have. And you know, this building, just like all of the others, are going to be here. Will be here a really, really long time, and that in itself is a legacy. My grandkids, whether they grow up and spend time in Medina or not, will always know that building is there and that I had something to do with it, and that means something to me, and it should mean something to everybody here because just like we've done with the rest of the community, we're going to keep it absolutely wonderful and a part of the historical context of this space, and it will be a legacy. It will be a legacy for everybody involved and for the community especially. And you know, I'm frankly just overwhelmed, by the amount of people who not only showed up today but have privately expressed support, and none of this would be possible ultimately without the majority of that support. So I'm grateful. Thank you very, very much for being here, and I guess it's time for us to break ground. Which is a big task, something I'm not going to do alone. Like nothing in this project could be done alone. I'd like to call up some folks that are going to help me with this task. First is Brian Haar, Commercial Savings Bank. You know, I won't say something for sure about everybody necessarily. I know everybody wants to get to lunch eventually, but Brian deserves a few words. We are here, if not exclusively largely because of Brian Haar and the work that he's put in to get us to this point. You know, you don't do a project like this without a lot of support, and especially bank and finance support. And without Brian's stick-to-itiveness and help and flexibility and commitment and all kinds of accolades, we very much wouldn't be here. So thank you for all you've done, Brian. George Sam, where are you? Just a word to the wise. Anybody who brings me a box of cookies gets an opportunity to stand up in front of everybody. No, George and his team at Main Street Medina, obviously integral not only to us getting off the ground, but are going to be integral to the long-term success. George has been a great supporter, and I really appreciate it very much. Bethany Dentler. If you don't know Bethany, you're not paying attention, I don't think. Bethany's everywhere and has been an extremely important part of us getting this off the ground from a funding standpoint, from a navigation standpoint. You know, there's a lot of stuff that goes on with a project like this, and Bethany and her office have been integral to that and to other projects throughout the years. And I've known Bethany for many years now, and the community is better because Bethany's in it, that's for sure. Kimberly Marshall. Hi again.
You're welcome.
So I don't really know what to say about Kimberly. There's a lot to say. Kimberly, I mean, navigating Historic Preservation Board and the City Council and the police department and the fire department and the mayor's office and zoning and all the other stuff, right? All of which are really important and have been extremely supportive and a wonderful part of this process. You still have to know how to do it. And Kimberly, without her, we would be a year away, I think, from this groundbreaking. Still, we would be a perpetual year away. And so she's up here for a very good reason. Thank you very much. Mr. Mayor, would you join us? Everybody knows about the mayor. As a big supporter of this project, goes a long way. People look at the mayor and he's a bellwether. You know, he's the weather vane about whether it's a good idea or a bad idea. This community is in extremely capable hands for the last several years, and most of what it is that we have to celebrate has either been built or has been supported on an ongoing basis by our mayor here. And this hotel and this project are grateful for his support. I'd like to bring up Mark Hertrick and Matt Marquardt, please. Oh, hey, man. I don't know what to say about these guys. Good friends of mine, business partners of mine. You know, I discussed my own sort of history here in town, and largely I think that could apply to both of these friends and partners of mine. Matt and Mark are a lot of things, but in the context here, they're partners of mine at Autonomy Capital, which has largely made this happen, and great supporters of this project, and Medina guys through and through. And I'm grateful for their support, and a lot of what goes on behind the scenes to make this all happen has gone on behind the scenes and is happening because of them. So, you want me to do Dan Gladish now? Should I do Dan?
That's fine.
I missed it. Dan Gladish, are you still here? I think it goes without saying that it's wise to have the chief building official up here, right? Because what we're talking about now is building, right? Everything we've done to this point is now up to Dan to make happen. So thank you, Dan. Joe Maffa and Roman Page, please. Yeah, that's fine. So Joe and Roman have been part of this team for longer than me. You know, when Jim decided many years ago to invest time, energy, effort, money, blood, sweat, tears, probably years off of his life into trying to build this program, some of the folks that he got involved were Joe and Roman. And Joe and Roman are a lot of things to the community and investors in a lot of different projects and been around the block many times on things like this. But Joe's president of Riley Hotels, and Roman's on my team and also partner at Riley Hotels. And you know, Jim was wise to enlist capable local help for all of what we need to do here. And one of the things I'm most proud of is that to the extent possible, all of our vendor support, all of our partners are pretty local. Riley Hotels is based actually here in Medina. They run a bunch of hotels around the country. Joe runs that operation and has been involved at an extremely intimate level for many years now with getting our set up with Marriott, coordinating plans, making sure that, you know, the hotel we dream is a hotel that's going to work. And Roman, along the same lines, has been a great support of mine, taking on a project that's the first for me. So thanks, guys, for being here. I see you, Jonna. This is Jonna Call. So Jonna is leading the team at MPG, which is our architectural firm based in Fairlawn, also pretty local. Jonna, you know, you think we dream this up, we draw a picture on a napkin, we color it in with some crayon. That is without question the extent of my capacity to dream up, you know, the kind of renderings and the design of a building and a project like this. But without Jonna, it's just pencil drawings and marker and crayons on a napkin. And so without Jonna, you know, we would still be talking about my napkins and crayon drawings. So without her architectural involvement and expertise and commitment, we would very much not be here. So thank you. All right, I left Tim Cortad from Pride One for last for a reason. I'll let you guys wonder what the reason is. No, the reason is because the show's his now. This thing's got to go up, and without Pride One, we wouldn't be putting it up. And you know, they've been a wonderful partner so far. They've been willing to invest time, energy, effort, money, all of that from before I was involved and subsequently. And certainly, this can't go up without the right construction partner. And you know, Tim's president of Pride One and largely overseeing this as a passion project, I can tell. And of course, they're here in Medina as well. And you know, we just can't do the next parts without Tim and his team. So thanks everybody for this. I really appreciate it. Thank you for being here and supporting me. I think it's time to actually break the ground now. What do I do now?
I'm gonna have everyone line up. And it's my pleasure to say, community partners, please put your shovels in the dirt. Together, we announce the official groundbreaking for the Legacy Hotel of Medina.